All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Just kind of talk about what we recently talked about on segment one. We were talking about WWE SmackDown. Bailey and Cody Rhodes are expected to show up, address the WWE Universe, and I feel like we're gonna find the next opponent for those two titles tonight. And this new Raw approach that Paul Levesque is taking, like I don't know, like sometimes in recent times under the Vince McMahon, era, you might have them kind of dilly-dally around for a couple of Raw or SmackDowns before they actually try to find somebody. And then they usually find someone and they, kind of, try to push things together. And it just like, you can see product like that, kind of, it's nasty. It's bad. The best matches, hot build-ups, kind of like you had the final boss and, Cody Rhodes during that promo heading toward WrestleMania. So I know everyone's like thinking like, oh, dude, it's Mania. It's Mania. You're not going to get something like that. For they're just starting basically. You had the Super Bowl WrestleMania, and then like it's a whole new season, whole new build up. But I feel like under this era, you're gonna see like killer promos like that. Like, so what if it was WrestleMania? It's gonna be WrestleMania every single night in the WWE under the Paul Levesque era, which is obviously something I'm looking forward to, and I think you guys should be looking forward to that as well. So before we jump on into it, our Thursday night wrestling review. Just to remind you guys, we get a number of questions from our viewers that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air, I ask you to use the tips for donations link at the GSMCPodcast.net with your questions. This puts your questions up on top of the list so I can see it, so we can talk about it. Tell me what you like about the show. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to further elaborate on. I'm ultimately the host of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, but without you, the audience, I am nothing. I'm just kidding. No, no, but seriously, you guys, help a lot. Leave a positive review at the GSMC Sports Network. We love peace, love, and positivity. And, yeah, so just remember the link is the GSMC podcast.net. So, yeah. So, our Thursday night wrestling review. Let's talk a little bit about what happened on Ring of Honor. We had I have results. We have Action Andretti beating Isaiah Cassidy. This was a pretty good match. I saw highlights, but I like Cassidy, but I just don't think he's kind of like he's ready to. But I don't want to say like you can tell like when he wrestles, like you see like a lot of enthusiasm and charisma, and I don't know. You kind of want to see the best out of these wrestlers because they're putting their heart in the line when they go to the squared circle, kind of fighting for like, the audience. Like, it's sports entertainment. They're doing it to entertain you. So obviously I hope the best for Isaiah Cassidy, and I hope that, this loss doesn't discourage them too much because essentially the Ring of Honor did have a super card as well, kind of like their WrestleMania. So you're gonna see a lot of new, fresh, hot like rivalries and storylines beginning as of right now. So anyways, we had the Shane Taylor promotions. They defeated a Cash Jordan, Julia Ward, and Marcus Garvey, I believe. But Marcus Garvey, driver to Jordan. Oh, okay, no, that's how they're no, but the Shane Taylor promotions, I think they also no way. I think they lost that super card. Or, don't quote me on that. But I don't know. Hey, they're a pretty good faction as of right now in the Ring of Honor world. So I don't think they're really gonna go anywhere. Win or lose that super card. I think coming out victorious on this episode of Ring of Honor kind of means that they're ready to put their fight right back in the hat and try to go after the Ring of Honor tag team titles or or try to fight for the six-man. I think that's what they call it. I think don't quote me on that. I think it's the six-man championship, which would be pretty cool if that was like a universal thing where the WWE would have like 3-on-3s, three guys winning championships. So that'd be pretty dope. Next, we have Nyla Rose beating Kat Von Hees with the frog splash. I didn't get a chance to watch this match, but I like both of the competitors. I've seen Nyla Rose fight. It's crazy. Like, I think it was the other day I looked up on YouTube, like, just I got a little curious. I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of want to see like what. Ring of Honor show kind of looks like. And I watched it and it was pretty cool. Like obviously it doesn't have the same quality as like the WWE kind of thing, but the thing that I like about it the most is that you don't really like spend too much time like watching like these people like talk and just talk crap to each other. You kind of you see like the picture of the people fighting, and then they go straight to their announcement of them coming out to fight. So honestly, I think that's pretty cool. It's more about the wrestling as opposed to like the pop culture aspect of it. So that was pretty dope. But Nyla Rose is she's a star, and she's going to obviously be have some pretty big things in Ring of Honor. So next we have the veteran Christopher Daniels beating Cole Carter. Christopher Daniels is obviously, I remember watching him on Impact Wrestling like years ago. I want to say back in 2009, 2009 with AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Sting. I think even Hulk Hogan was on there, and you had aces and eights, and it was just that was old school Jay Lethal and all that. But Christopher Daniels, he's a G. He's an OG, so it's not surprising that he's still like kicking ass, taking names. So this is not a surprise to me. We have the Righteous B, um, Bryce, Donovan, Chico Adams, and no, you had Righteous, and they beat Bryce, Donovan, and Chico Adams. I did not see this match. I've heard about the Righteous only like very very limited, but it's obviously like it's kind of hard to watch Ring of Honor, and it's kind of harder to watch Impact Wrestling because they're not like on cable television and stuff like that. Obviously, like I'm not trying to say just because you're not on television, your product isn't good enough for anybody to watch it. But I'm not saying that at all because, like I said before, these guys are talented superstars. These guys are wrestlers, and they go out there and they bust their ass. So yeah. All right. So you had Anna Jay defeating LMK, and Anna Jay. Obviously, I think she's going to be a huge star in either AEW or Impact or Ring of Honor. But it was kind of shocking that she lost to Mariah May this on Wednesday's Dynamite, because I think she's kind of going to be the next one. She's going to be the next one to challenge for the. Maybe she can challenge Athena, for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be a pretty good match to see right there. So you had Zack Knight beating Alvin Alvarez, and then you had Kyle Fletcher beating Wright Titus. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher. I saw that match at Supercard with him. I, you know, and I think he's going to be a star. I think he's definitely like he doesn't. I don't want to say Will Ospreay like vibes, or like I guess in WWE and kind of compare him to like a Seth Rollins. But I don't know. I think he's going to be pretty good. I think the Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling are lucky to have him. So yeah, like Kyle Fletcher, like he's the man. He's the man. He's the man. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm just kidding. No. All right, but TNA Wrestling. So we had our Impact on Access TV, and honestly, I kind of really wanted to watch that match between Khan and PCO about them being cut off from civilization for so long. So I'm gonna make sure put it on my list to kind of look that up on YouTube. Hopefully they do have YouTube clips. That'd be dope. So you have the digital media champion Crazy Steve against the Laredo Kid. So this match ended with Crazy Steve defeating the Laredo Kid by disqualification. Usually, fans of wrestling fans don't really want to see disqualifications, but hey, like if it happens, it happens. Like what can you do about it? But ultimately it kind of sucks. But then you had Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus First Class, this newly formed alliance between AJ Francis and Rick Swan, and they showed up. They showed up. You can't, you can't fail to acknowledge that these guys came together, and against all odds, they were able to defeat a team like Ace Austin and Chris Bay. So I don't know. It's kind of cool that they kind of got their first dub, and they're going to be probably they're probably going to be like the next tag team to fight. Who's the tag team champ? The Undisputed Kingdom? Taven and Bennett. Honestly, that would be pretty cool to see. That'd be pretty awesome. Next, we had Jordan Grace and Steph D. Launder sign their contract for Rebellion. Obviously you saw Matt Cardona came in and he screwed over. Oh man, he attacked Rosemary in the match for that. For that number one contendership. And I don't know. It's kind of like I said before. It was kind of kind of wonky to see a guy help a girl win a champion, you win a match. Because usually, like if you consumed as much WWE as I have, it's usually like the other way around, where where the girl always helps the. Well, I don't know. This Rhea Ripley and Dom thing where Dominic is like kind of like her lapdog, and like he does anything to kind of help Rhea Ripley win. But hey, you see Rhea Ripley, like I would do anything to help her win. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, they signed a contract, and obviously there was a altercation at the end, but like hey, I'm excited to see that match coming up at Rebellion. Next, we had TNA World Championship with the System against Trent Seven with Mike Bailey. And Moose is obviously trying to build up some momentum toward Rebellion to fight Nick Nemeth. And we honestly, I don't think anybody can beat Moose because he's like such like he's amazing physical specimen. And obviously, like he comes out a winner tonight. And you can't defeat somebody like that. It's not going to be easy. It's like you build up momentum toward winning, and you just keep going and going and going. And it's going to be a tall task for Nick Nemeth to accomplish at Rebellion. But I don't know. You're gonna have to hope that Moose, eats some bad seafood the night before, or maybe he like stubs his toe while coming up to the ring or something like that, or pull a Vince McMahon and like come into the ring, but like kind of hurt his knee or something like that. But I don't know. It should be interesting. Next, we had James Drake with Zach Gibson defeating Jake something. Didn't really watch that match, but I want to see it. Also, to kind of cap it all off, we had PCO versus Khan Monsters Ball match. I kind of don't want to get really into it because I really kind of want to watch it like without kind of knowing what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that bad boy off. No, but no, I kind of want to see it. Uh, really attitude era-esque. Really attitude era-esque. I can see guys like, Kane and The Undertaker fighting each other in like a match or like a stipulation, or the Monster Abyss fighting Viscera, obviously, Impact Wrestling. Or well, the Monster Abyss was kind of like a Mick Foley and Kane. Like if Mick Foley and Kane kind of came together, then you had the Monster Abyss at Impact Wrestling via 2000s and early 2010s. So yeah. All right. Well, don't go anywhere. Last podcast on Thursday, I had with the spirit of March Madness kind of ending in college hoops. I kind of thought of having like this wrestling faction, Sweet 16, and we're down to 8 teams. So let's go ahead and find out who's going to be the big winner. Don't go anywhere.